Hi everyone, we want to talk about how you can create an automation where you can generate leads in bulk from Google Maps, which means you can extract leads from Google Maps, store those leads into a Google Sheet, and then you can use AI to generate personalized and unique email for every lead. So based on the kind of the lead that they are, you can craft that email or you can write that email using AI for each lead, and you can individually send out those emails, all of that in autopilot. So we'll create that automation step by step right now. And we will be using a few tools here. One of them will be make.com. So if you're not familiar with make.com and if you don't have an account already on make.com, you can sign up for their free plan. They have a generous free plan that provides 1000 free credits. You can use the link in the description below. And then the other tool that we will use will be Apify. Apify is a way for you to scrape data from websites or web pages. And scraping is nothing but extracting information by going into those web pages. You can pull out information rather than you having to copy post paste those details and putting into a Google Sheet. You can have the system or a program do that, and that's what Apify provides you. And those programs that do that, they are called scrapers, or in Apify terminology they even call them actors. So that's how Apify works. If you don't have an Apify account, you can sign up for a free plan using the link provided in the description below. You will get $5 worth of free credits to start with. Once you log into Apify, you will be taken to the Apify console. On the Apify console, so if you go into Apify store, you can see that there are a lot of actors. So they call it actors here. And as I said, actors are nothing but scrapers. And the job of these actors are to go into specific websites or web pages and then extract information. You may want to extract something such as a phone number, a name, a LinkedIn URL, or email address, and these actors are actually meant to do that. So you can search for actors for a lot of things. You can already see that there are actors that allow you to scrape data from Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Google Maps, Instagram, website. You can also extract data from platforms such as Apollo as well, or maybe LinkedIn as well. So all that is also possible. So right now we want to scrape data from Google Maps. So I'll just search for Google Maps and find all the actors for Google Maps. There are a bunch of such actors. I will use this one, and then on this actor you can specify some kind of a condition here. So you can specify the search term that you want to use here, and what the scrapper or the actor will do is it will go to Google Maps, search for this term, and extract the leads that match the search term and give you the data. So let's search for something called 5-star hotels in, let's say, Bangalore, and then you can put in the location. So it will only scrape data for Bangalore region. You can also mention how many places that you want to extract. You can have thousands of places. You can extract thousands of places at once in a single click. However, for the sake of this demo, we don't want to be doing that because it takes a lot of time to scrape that data. All right. So if you're scraping maybe 5,000 contacts, it'll probably take you about 5 to 6 hours to extract that data for you. Right now we want to only scrap about 5 records, and then you can specify the language and other criteria as well. So you can put in the category. I will set this setting to scrape only places with a website, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm interested in sending out email campaigns to these people. And if a hotel has a website, the likelihood of that having an email address is also higher. That's the reason I'm scraping only places with a website. And then you can specify other parameters also. For now I will skip them and we will go ahead and run the scraper. Let's see what happens. Now it is running the scraper. The actor is running right now. Even if you close this browser, it does not make a difference. The actor will still continue to run. You can come back later and check what happened here as well. Right now I also want to tell you a few things. Every time you run an actor, for every I think there is a cost that is associated with each actor. So for this particular actor, if you're extracting 1000 leads, you'll be charged $9 of fee. And it also shows you what is the memory consumption that you're having here. So you'll be able to track that here. And as we can see, it actually extracted 4 records so far. So and it will probably extract one more out of that. And you can see that it extracted the name of the hotel, the score, the number of reviews, the phone number, the email address also, and then the email address comes here also. And this is what it shows in the table view. And then we can also look at the JSON view. So this is what the JSON view looks like. If you're not familiar with JSON, just remember JSON is a way for different softwares to talk to each other. It's a language that software systems use when communicating with each other. So if one software system needs to send information to another one, they will send it in a JSON format most likely. So while this is happening, I also want you to now introduce to make.com. So if you have logged in to make.com, you will see a platform like this. So let me delete the existing one. We don't need this right now. So you will see a way to create a scenario. So creating a scenario is nothing but creating an automation. So you can click on create a new scenario. By the way, this is still running interesting. It's taking almost 2 minutes, but yeah, we can wait for it. And then once you create a scenario, let's assign a name for this scenario. We'll call it lead gen and email outreach is what we will be using it for. And then, so because we have a JSON here, so we can even go ahead and copy this JSON. And over here, we want to extract the JSON and make it more readable. So we will use a action called parse JSON. Put the JSON string here. So if you directly use paste, it's not very user friendly. So you can use paste and match style, paste and match style. That way, slightly better to kind of read. Then you can click on save, and let's see if you run it, what happens. The way to run it is right click on it, click on run this module only. What it does is, as a part of an input, you gave this information. What it did was it basically extracted or maybe pulled out every information into their respective field. So this is now slightly easier to kind of refer to. So it assigned field to each one of them. So email is assigned to something, the phone number is assigned to something, and so on. So that way, in the next steps when you're using this, you will be able to kind of map the fields directly instead of you having to deal with this complex JSON. Okay. The next thing that we want to do is we want to probably store this information into a Google Sheet. So we will use Google Sheet as the next step. We will click on add row. Let's connect a Google Sheet account. If you've not connected already, you can connect your Google Sheet account. You can choose which, by the way, we don't have a Google Sheet created here. So we'll create a new one. The shortcut to that is sheets.new. It created a new Google Sheet. Add a name for that Google Sheet. Call it Apify scraper and put in the name, and then we probably want to extract the email also, we want to extract the phone also, and we want to extract the website also. So these are the 4 things that we want to extract. If you want to extract things like ratings and stuff like that also, you can do that as well. So now let's come here, let's select the spreadsheet that we've just created. Okay, nothing shows up. Let us refresh this. Okay, now it shows up. And then we can select the sheet, and then we start adding the name here. So the name of the hotel here would be the title, so I map the title here. The email comes in this field, so I'll map that field here. Phone number then comes here. Website can come from here. Rating, so I think we can use this as the rating right now. So that's how we've mapped it. If you want to map the other fields also, you can go ahead and map to each of these columns here. One of the things that I want to do here is for the phone number, I want to put an apostrophe before it because there is a plus sign involved, and when you're storing a plus sign into a Google Sheet, it basically treats it as a formula. If you put an apostrophe, it does not happen. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and run it now and see what happens. We will also save this and we will run it and watch. Keep watching. So you can see the leads are getting extracted. So imagine if you had 5,000 leads that Apify had scraped for you, you could have put that into a JSON here, and you could have stored all that into this Google Sheet one by one. Next thing that we want to do here is we want to craft a email copy for them, and we want to make sure that the email is basically unique for everyone. And if you want to do that, you can use any AI tool. For the sake of this demo, I will be using OpenAI or ChatGPT. You can even use tools such as Claude. They're also very good at writing these emails. So I will use OpenAI. Under OpenAI, there's something called create per completion, where you can pass a prompt. You can then connect your OpenAI account. So when you connect your OpenAI account, it'll ask you for the API key and the organization ID. You will need to add some credits also. And once you've created a connection, you will be asked to select a model here. So we will select one of the models, which is ChatGPT 4.0 latest. You can try other models also. They're also fairly very good at crafting the email copy. Then you can add the message here. So when you add a message, you can add a system training message. So you select role as system and put the training message here. What I have done is I have prepared a system training message already. So this is what the system training message looks like. It says you are a cold email writing assistant for a platform called Book My Restaurant that provides smart software solutions for restaurants to help improve operations, increase reservations, and streamline customer experiences. Your task is to generate a short and persuasive cold outreach email, and you need to generate a subject line and HTML body, and we will provide you this information so that you know who are you writing that email to, and that way AI will smartly craft the email content as well. And then the other thing, this is interesting, we are asking that you should output the response into a valid JSON format only. And the reason we are doing this is because we want to send this information back into another step, which will be our email client to send out the email. That's the reason we are asking to send it into a JSON format. We're also asking to exclude triple backticks. Typically, if you worked with JSON on OpenAI, you will know that a lot of cases OpenAI will return, or a lot of AIs will return triple backticks also with the JSON. In some cases, they add some kind of an explanation also. We don't want those explanations, so we've explicitly mentioned that. And this is very interesting. A lot of times ChatGPT provides some kind of a placeholder also when crafting these emails. We don't want those placeholders because we don't want those placeholders to go out to our leads. And then we are saying always include the signature at the bottom of the restaurant. So it's the signature that we are asking to include. So let's go ahead and copy this system training material. Put that in the system text, which is the training material for the AI. Then finally, let's send the user message. In user message, we can type in our message. So in this case, we want to send the restaurant name. So we will put the title of the restaurant. We will send the location, which comes here. And you can also send the website, which comes here. Okay. Sorry. The other thing that we also want to do is, if you notice, not every output you get from Apify will have an email address. So we want it to only go to the next step if the email address exists. And the way to do that is you can add a filter here. To add a filter here, click on this link, and then you can just say email exists. That can be the name of the filter. You can put the filter condition here, just search for email. Say email and put the operator as exists and say okay. So what that means is only if the email address exists, it'll go to the next step. Otherwise, it will not go to the next step. Okay, let's go ahead and now run this. See what happens. Okay, it has indeed a written email for, I think, 3. So for the first one, it says simplify bookings and boost guest experience at Marvel Comforts. And then it said, I came across Marvel Comforts near Fortis Hospital. It is interesting. So it even figured out that there was a hospital close to it, which is great. And then the next one that says helping Holiday Village resorts streamline bookings and help reduce no shows. It also identified where the resort was located, which is very interesting. And then again, the third one that says smarter reservations for Tamarind Tree. And then it said this is what you might be doing and this is how we can help you. So as you can see, the email content is different for each one of them. The next thing that you should do is okay, because the output is again in a JSON format, we should use the parse JSON step again to kind of extract it into separate unique fields. So we will select the JSON from the previous output, which is a result from the previous output, and then we will run it. And then when we run it, we can even pass one of these JSONs as well as the input. So we will choose this. We can run an individual step also. Let's run this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, as you can see, we passed this JSON input and it extracted the subject separately and the body separately. So you can now use it as a part of the next step on your automation. So again, click on the plus icon. You can use your email client. You can use Gmail, Zoho Mail, any other email client. I will use Gmail right now and click on send email. You can connect your Gmail account here as well. Select the recipient that you want to send the email to. So you can select the email address here. Choose the subject. So subject that came as a part of the previous step, that was AI generated. And then finally the body of the email. So you can select the body of the email here. That's it. If you would like to add some attachments, that's optional. And that's it. Our automation is now done. Let's quickly summarize what all we've done here. So we ran an actor on Apify that extracted results for us. We put that into a JSON here. By the way, we did this step manually here. I'll also talk about how you can automatically make sure that after every actor run this is triggered and the data comes here automatically. We'll talk about that. The next step that we're doing is whatever results were coming as a part of the JSON, we are now storing that into a Google Sheet row as a new row, which comes here. Next, we are telling OpenAI that you need to craft a very creative email, and this is what our business is. You need to kind of follow some of the best practices for those emails. Any training material about the email, you can go ahead and put that on this particular step. Next, OpenAI gave us an output in a form of a JSON. We extracted individual fields out of it, the subject and the body, so that we can use it as a part of the next step. And finally, we've put the email address here. We put the subject and the body here. Let's go ahead and run it. But before that, let's replace this with our own email address because we don't want the emails to go out to the actual leads. So we'll just put our fixed email address here. Let's save this. Okay. Finally, let's go ahead and run it and see what happens. Okay. Interesting. So the emails have been sent out. Yeah, we can see that the emails have been sent out successfully, and this is the message ID. That means the emails did go out correctly. Now, coming back to the last step of this, where we want to kind of make sure that as soon as the actor run is completed, the data is automatically fetched into make.com. How do we do that? For that, we should add a new module here called Apify. And there is something called watch actor runs. What that means is, and you can create your actor run connection here. You can simply click on add and it will allow you to create that connection. You can select which actor do you want to watch. So in this case, we want to watch this actor that we had and save it. So I have this connection already done. So I will just save it. What that means is every time an actor, this Google Maps extractor actor run is completed, this make scenario will get triggered. Right, so let's move the trigger to this step. This is what we want the trigger to be for the scenario. After that, we need to now, after the actor is completed and the make scenario has been triggered, we want to fetch the data from that actor. So there's something called get dataset items. You can again create a connection here, put in the dataset ID that comes as a part of the previous step, and then you can skip everything else right now. Yeah, okay. Let's save it. And finally, if we see the output that you get from Apify, let's go ahead and run an actor again. So let's run the same actor again, and then we will again run this also. So what that means is while this actor is running and after the actor run has completed, this make scenario gets triggered. So it is waiting for that actor to finish, and as soon as the actor run is finished, this one gets triggered and we will be able to fetch the data over here, and we will use that as a part of the next steps over here. So 3 results have been extracted. Okay, 4 have been extracted now. Okay, I think it successfully ran this, so we can expect this to get triggered. It got triggered now. So it gave us a, it said scraping finished. It gave us a dataset ID also, this one, and then we use the dataset ID here, and we were able to fetch the information here. Now as you see, this is already formatted properly. We don't need a parse JSON step, so we can skip this part. We will unlink this and we will directly link it here. The other thing that we need to do is, this is referencing to every step from parse JSON. We can now replace it with this particular step. So we can replace the title here. The email can now come from here. Phone number can now come from here. You can put in the website here. That can go here. And the rating can come from here, the total score. And then let's go ahead and set it. And then over here also, you need to make sure we are mapping to the right field. We will put the title of the hotel or the restaurant here. The city can come here. You can even choose to put in the exact address. That might make it even more interesting. And then put in the website here and then save it. And that's pretty much it. You have saved it. There is a way to auto align it, so that will probably that'll go ahead and structure this properly. So we will click on auto align, so it's more readable now, and our scenario is now ready to go. All that you need to do now is you can simply run actors here to extract like 5,000 10,000 leads at once, and then our scenario will, as soon as it is done running, let's say if it takes 5 hours or 10 hours, you don't have to kind of look at it again. It will automatically trigger this scenario on make.com, and then it will craft those emails, and then it will send out those emails as well, all unique and all personalized. Hope you like the video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments, and I will try my best to respond as soon as possible. Thank you.